Swastiastu. Good afternoon, Mr. Hery and all of my friends in 4A class, especially for research methods on English language teaching course. On a special occasions, we would like to do a peer feedback and also a peer review according to our literature review and also research background. So before that, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Adi, and also here I'm not alone because I have two friends. There is Anggita and also to the Arimbawa. Okay, without any further ado, I would like to start the peer feedback, starting from giving feedback to Anggita and also Arimbawa. All right, so in my view, I would like to start with Anggita. In my view, the literature review that you present is in accordance with the topics you are raising. So everything has been systematically arranged with quotes from reliable sources. But here, my suggestion is you can reproduce the content of the theoretical study that you are going to raise so that it can influence the reader. So, for example, as in the flavored classroom model, there are still many things that can be developed and spread so as to strengthen the topic of discussion. So, if I conclude that, um, I'm I'm sure that all of the contents of your literature review as well as your research background is already good, but in this case, you need to more explore the sources that you have to fill in your research background as well as your literature review. So I think that's all my uh, feedback to your work, and now I continue to Arimbawa work. So I really like the topic you raised because this learning model is currently being intensively applied in the senior high school and also in the university. Almost the same with Anggita. I suggest you to review what things need to be explained in the theoretical study so that it further strengthens your topic discussions. So in the traditional teaching method, yeah, the section you can describe how the reality is today, and you can also describe what the consequence will be if you still apply this learning model. And lastly, pay attention to the arrangement of the discussions point that you will describe so that it can be more coherent. So I think all of the things that you already feel in your research background and also your literature review is already good, but you have to be more pay attention and be careful with your work. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Adi, for your feedback. I got your point. So your feedback is really useful for me. I will revise my work and then I hope that my work could be better. Thank you so much, Adi. I got your point.
Okay, I want to say thank you so much for this feedback because from this, doing the peer feedback, I can revise my work next for the next. So maybe for the next, doing feedback by Anggita.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. On this occasion, I will give a little bit, what is the comment or feedback to both of your work. So first of all, I will give the feedback to Adi first. So I already read your work. Your topic is about the use of peer assessment in improving student speaking skill during the online learning period based on the Zoom meeting platform. That's a great topic. I think in our class, you are the only one person that talks about assessment for the research topic. I think that's such a good idea. I want to give my appreciation because I think you already raised a topic that relevant to English learning. Your research topic will give impactful research for English education. That's great. Um, and about the background, I think there is no big problem about that. You elaborate the background in good way and find your research problem. And then you also already mentioned the research question. If I'm not mistaken, you raised four research question. My suggestion is, I think it's for now we are in fourth semester. I think it will be good if we only raise maybe 2 or 3 research questions, so that will be uh, easier for us to uh, what is that, to research in more detail. I think it's not too large, and then you could focus in several things. But overall, if you could use that for research question, wow, that's really great. You will get a great research result. And about the theoretical review, I love the way you elaborate the theoretical and empirical review are separated. It will make your explanation for the theoretical and empirical review more detailed, so that I think it's easier for the reader to identify those 2 elements. A little bit advice for you, you have to be careful in making these 2 things, because there is a connection between both of that, and you have to make a clear bond for both of them. I think that's all. Overall, I really love your progress. I have read your work from the start until now, and it's really great. Keep it up, Adi. Thank you so much. Now I will give a little bit comment or feedback for today. So I already read your work today. I love your topic. It's about, if I'm not mistaken, it's about what is that? The benefit of using flipped classroom compared to traditional teaching method. So my research topic, it's about flipped classroom also, but here you compare the use of flipped classroom to traditional teaching method. That's such a great idea. You compare it. I want to give my appreciation that uh, I think you already raised a topic that relevant to English learning. Your research topic will give impactful research for English education, which is that's really great. And then, same as I did before, I think your background is well. There's no big problem in it. But now I will give a bit comment of your theoretical and empirical review. Okay, for the theoretical review, you already mentioned and elaborate one by one, such as you elaborate what benefit is, and then what flipped classroom is, and then you also elaborate what traditional method is. And when I read it, I think that's quite clear enough. But focus on the empirical review. If I'm not mistaken, you only elaborate one previous study that similar with your research topic. That's great. You elaborate in very detail, but I think it's less reliable if you only use one. So I suggest you to add maybe 1 or 2 previous study. So you don't use only one previous study in your empirical review. Overall, I love your progress also from the beginning until now, so keep it up. I think that's all. Thank you today and Adi. Thank you so
Uh,
much.
Thank you so much, Anggita, for your appreciation as well as your suggestions. I really, really appreciate your suggestion. Yeah, you're right. And research question, I think I need to be more, I need to be considered again about the amount of research question. I think if I still use 4 research questions, it will be more complicated for me when I conduct the research. So I think I would like to reduce my research question into 2 or 1 research questions if I need it. Okay, for today, is there any suggestions or addition?
Okay, I want to say thank you so much for Anggita also. So in this occasion, I get the point of what you want to say, what you tell with me. So thank you so much for the appreciation. So now I wanna give a feedback for Adis and Anggitas. The first one I wanna give a comment or feedback to Adi. So the first one I wanna uh, say if I'm really agree with the advice given by Anggita, that good and easy to understand research usually use research questions that are not excessive. At this research, I see that they are for research question which is in my opinion are too heavy to be studied by us as new fourth semester students. The advice I can give is that it will be better if the research question met were trimmed again, so that they were shorter, clear, and more compact into two or three research questions. Why? With the aim of making it easier for readers and students to understand, as well as the author also making it easier to analyze, so that is more detail and focus on some more important things. And in addition, I'm really interested in the object of this research, namely the students of Standard Hexel number 4 Singaraja, right? Most of whom are teenagers who can be said to have not heard um, much about how to speak properly and correctly. They are more concerned with the word of their youth without thinking about it. And my suggestion in making this research must be accompanied by several styles or ways to attract the sympathy of students so that they are interested in doing this peer assessment, either by changing the learning system to make it interesting so that student can assess other students. And the advice I can give is, apart from using peer assessment to improve students' speaking skill and Zoom meetings, I think there should be a self-assessment approach first, with assessment of trained students to monitor and evaluate their own thought and action and identify weaknesses and strengths themselves to achieve the desired learning outcomes. And the main purpose of the self-assessment is to support or improve learning processes and outcomes. So this assessment serves as an assessment that support assessment. They are commonly used. So maybe that's all my feedback for this research. And the second one, I want to give feedback or comment for Anggita. And first of all, I will give feedback to Anggita. And I've read your work. Your topic is teachers' perception on the influence of using the flipped classroom model on student speaking skill in English learning for 12th grade students at Senior High School number 1, Gianya, right? And I think the topic raised is very interesting and good because this topic is almost the same as the research I did, and which is about the flipped classroom. And it's just that your research emphasizes the teacher perception of the use of the flipped classroom so that I understand the topic of this research better. And I want to give my appreciation for Anggita's research because I think you have raised a topic relevant to learning English. Your research topic will give impactful result for English education. And of course, this is great. And based on the topic you choose, comparative research is almost the same as using quantitative research method. And your topic is really interesting about student speaking ability using the flipped classroom method. And you already know where the location you are going to research is, namely uh, at Senior High School number 1 Gianyar. And same with Adi, you are really very detailed, and I like it for that. And the advice that I can give from the topic of the research, first, it must be emphasizes again what is the meaning of the teacher perception in implementing the flipped classroom for students. Then it is also necessary to pay attention to the readiness of students to receive material through this learning. And the media or model that will be used must also be well socialized to students so that they really understand and can take advantage of the flipped classroom model properly in order to increase the students' English speaking skill as Senior High School number 1 Sugianyar. Then for researchers, in my opinion, when researching flipped classroom, it is hoped that the research will be carried carried out with a different subject groups so that the students are more familiar with learning by applying technology that integrates learning at school and at home. So maybe that's all my feedback for you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much today for the comment. Your feedback's really useful for me. Thank you so much. I get your point. I will revise it and I hope my work could be better. Thank you so much at the end today.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for your feedback as well as your appreciation regarding to our work. I hope that based on this fair feedback, we can revise our work properly so that we can get maximum score in the mid task or final test. I think that's all. Do you have any additions before we end our peer assessment?
I think it's clear, Adi.
For me, enough, Adi.
Okay.
It's clear.
All right. So thank you so much. If it's already done. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your participation. I love it. Keep it up and have a good day. Stay healthy, stay safe. And for Mr. Harry, thank you so much for this change. We get a lot of benefit. We get a lot of insight for other students. And we hope that our research proposal can be done in the based on the deadline. Thank you.